What's up, everybody? It is good to be live once again with you guys. Happy Friday. Today, I am joined by Jennifer Champion, 20-year matchmaker, right? CEO of Date Shape.
Thank you.
And we're talking about, first of all, this New York Times article, which says the hottest new pickup line is "I'm vaccinated."
All right.
So we're going to talk about whether you agree with that. Let me know in the comment section. And we are going to talk about what you have witnessed as far as your clients, their approach to dating, how it has changed going into the pandemic and then going into the whole shot craze. You know, do you like it in the arm? We're going to talk about all that. So before we get into it, got to shout out my sponsor, Keto with Ivory. You can get 50% off Keto with Ivory in the description. So Keto Elevate provides your body with only C8, the most ketogenic MCT. That means it provides support for energy levels, healthy appetite management, mental clarity and focus, athletic performance, 5 grams of the highly sought after MCT C8 per scoop. Keto Elevate is my favorite MCT powder on the market today. Free shipping on every order and 60-day money-back guarantee. So check it out. Keto with Ivory, 51% off at the link in my description. Jennifer eats keto too. You're really into fitness.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So here we have the New York Times article. The headline is, "Has the pandemic changed dating forever?" And then they go into people's dating stories and the fact that the people they talked to said that that was a very important pickup line, that the fact that you've had the shot. Okay. And this woman says, after 6 months into the pandemic, she resumed dating, starting with outdoor dates at parks and bars. Masks stayed on until both people agreed they could come off, and there had to be clear consent before moving things along, I don't consent to you taking your mask off yet, okay? So, what a crazy world this is, isn't it? What's up, guys? Can you hear us? Yeah. In NYC, you can't get into the hottest clubs without the shot. Exactly. You can't get in anywhere without the shot. So this is the New York Times. Okay, so Jennifer,
Yes.
What have you witnessed with your clients' dating experience? How has your clients' dating experience changed in this pandemic now that we're like 18 or so months in?
Okay, let's go back to the beginning, if you may, if we will.
Absolutely.
And so I went into video date mode. I mean, immediately. Because singles were home and they were bored and they were lonely and sad, and it took a toll, right?
Yeah.
The isolation, lack of communication. So I started video dates, and walks in the parks, dating with get a coffee, meet in the park, take a walk. And I was very creative, and everyone was very appreciative because they wanted to be out with other singles dating and just embrace the interaction with someone. So that was huge. And I think the video date is awesome, which I have to beg my clients to still do it, but it has its place. And anyway, so the video date, I would say, is definitely the biggest change, in my opinion.
You said that your client, you have to bag them to video date. They want to meet in person?
Yes, most.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I would rather just meet in person.
Right.
In fact, I'm very against meeting people online.
Really?
I myself am, except I have still met people online sometimes.
It has its place. I mean, if you're traveling, and anyway, I arrange the dates. So if someone's traveling and they can't meet, for whatever reason, let's video date.
Yeah, I love that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at this article. They said that the article from New York Times said that a lot of people, it says on Hinge, 65% of American users who have been on video dates said they will keep going on them before meeting people in the real world. So even, going forward after they've had the shot or whatever they needed to do, they still want to continue video dating.
I mean, you don't have to get in a car. I mean, if you're living in Manhattan, obviously subway or walk or whatever, but like here in Houston, You don't have to deal with traffic. You don't have to
Yeah.
spend money, and you learn enough. Like you learn
But
enough.
I need to feel their aura.
Right.
I need to feel their aura.
But you get a vibe. No. I mean, you get a vibe
You
on
do.
video, right?
Yeah.
And you see them, and the communication, hopefully takes off.
Uh-huh.
And then you go live. Then you battle the traffic. Then you go to the bar or whatever. You know what I mean? It's a first step.
So in regards to the shot, I mean, do your clients, because you survey your clients before you match them up.
Right.
Is that something that matters to
Yes.
them? Like, are they like, I don't want someone who hasn't gotten it, or I don't want someone who has?
Yes, it is for sure. But like I handle that but behind the scenes, right? So like I know that about client A. And so therefore I won't match them with client B and C, but D, yes. Or you know what I mean? So I match that. So it's not even a discussion with my clients. But I know it's a big deal for online dating.
Okay, so when they finally go on their date, like, both of us haven't had the shot. It's just a fluke, but really you set it up that way.
I mean, I would only, because I match on lifestyle values, must-haves, and that would fall into one of those. So I mean, that's going to be taken care of by me.
So that probably makes it harder to match people because now you're siphoning down things even more.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely a must have, right? Like for most of my clients, either way, it's a must have either way. Like they can't care about it or they, have to have it. So,
yeah. So what's your advice for like gently bringing up that topic of like, pandemic related controversies or the shot? How do you bring that up if it's important to someone, but they don't want to create a weird vibe on the date?
Yeah, I mean, so are we talking first dates?
Probably. Or should they wait? What's your advice? Should they wait to talk about the pandemic? It's hard not to talk about the pandemic right now, guys.
I know, it's such a hot topic. I personally promote easy breezy on first dates, right? Like I want it to be light and fun for my clients. And I mean, again, like that topic they'd be on the same page if they were having a date through me. So, but in advice to, others who are dating, I think that light, easy, breezy, the first date, you're going to get a feel for this person to kind of know where they are, I would imagine. Right. I'd say stay away from it. I mean, but I would think you'd already kind of know going in. I mean, if you met on an app, right?
A lot of people, another thing the New York Times article talked about is a lot of people are listing their shot status on the app.
I'm vaccinated.
Yeah. 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 If in the little bio,
I have the shot.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, personally, it's just a matter of what's important to you. Do you want to go there? Do you want that discussion? Do you want to know? Right. I mean, but again, for me with my matches, they're going to already have that kind of taken care of. They don't even need to talk about it.
Okay. Very interesting. Let's see what the viewers are saying. What are some of Jennifer's tips? People date? What are some realizations she needs her clients to learn, accept? What are some things that your clients just need to accept in this pandemic at this point?
What do they need to accept? I mean, I think obviously accept people's choice, right? Be mindful that, nobody, is perfect and we're all going to have different choices and lifestyles and values. And that's okay. Like that, is a matter of, do you want to date this person based on what they think or feel? And it really boils down to values. I always say dating is three things. I'm going to give you my deepest secret here. But I feel like good connections are based on three things, and it's values, lifestyle, and attraction. And, I can't predict chemistry. Attraction, can hopefully lead to chemistry. But I show pictures. You see pictures on the dating apps. And, just be accepting of where people are. And if it's not your perfect fit, then that's okay. Like, great, good meeting you. Like, wish them well, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't get heated over those topics, is what I'm saying.
Over the whole pandemic.
I mean, why? Like,
Right.
why spend that energy? Just
Yeah.
okay. We're not a love connection.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, peace and love.
Peace.
I know. I personally have friends that I totally disagree with on issues like that, but we're great friends. But I'm still not romantically attracted to the people I disagree with. For me, I have to agree on pandemic issues with the person to find them attractive at this point.
Yeah, your values or lifestyle. I mean, it's going to fall into one of those.
Most of my viewers will not date someone if they've had the shot.
Fine. I mean, that's all good. I mean, that's fine. Like, you want to be in line with your partner.
Someone's okay. This matchmaker is giving solid advice.
Oh,
all right.
Good. Yay, thank you.
Jennifer, when setting someone up with Ivory, who would you say she avoids?
I know that, but I don't think I can disclose that. I don't know. That's private information.
Ooh,
unless you want to talk about it.
She has my details.
She has what?
You have my details. I was just giving her my details.
Oh.
So
yeah, well, I mean, I know her. We just talked about her must-haves.
Yeah, we talked about spirituality. Speaking of peace and love,
yes.
I need someone with a lot of peace and love in their hearts. Honestly, that's the number one thing.
Oh, good. Okay.
The number one attraction is just chemistry, just that chemistry that just happens to happen.
Right.
But yeah, peace and love are way more important than political opinions.
And fit. You want fit.
Oh yeah, fitness for sure.
Yeah, fit, and that's the lifestyle, right?
Yeah, it's just you want matching lifestyles. You want to be into the same sort of things. Okay, so I did have several people when I teased this story submit questions. Okay, so let's get their questions answered. Okay, after first meeting someone, how should things go in the first week? How often should you talk?
Okay. I think that slow and steady wins the race, right? And we've talked about this. And, I do value texting. I think texting, the video chat, I am going to push that video chat again. I think.
You think they should be doing video chats in the days following their date?
Why not? Why not? Yeah, absolutely. If you have a connection with someone on the first date, right? Okay, so maybe like a text the next day or two. I wouldn't go overboard. You do want to, keep it light, and too much too soon is probably not a good idea.
Should they talk every day?
No.
Really?
No. I really don't promote that. I think take a day off, spread it out.
What if they text you every day? Did you just ignore them one day?
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't ignore. But I mean, maybe you want to set the rhythm, right? You want to set the pace. Okay. So there is a little bit of, I'm thinking about a new word. I've been saying strategy. That's not the right word. So maybe management with dating, right? You want to pace it. You want it slow and steady. And
so should you text
skip a day?
Should you text back immediately? What's the rule on text timing? If someone doesn't text, if someone takes hours to text back, does that mean something?
No, it's fine. We all have our own rhythm, right? And you're learning this person's rhythm, okay? And people are busy. People have lives. People do, have things going on.
Yeah. Embrace
someone's rhythm, right? And just, yes, here's the deal. So I have different advice for women than men.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, my females get a
break
different.
Down both.
Well, okay. So women, I say respond quickly. I don't mean immediately, but I say respond quickly because you don't want to be the initiator. Okay. That's, I don't know if everyone's going to like that. But, most of my women I talk to don't want to be in the initiator role in the beginning. Okay. They want to be pursued.
Yeah. You feel more feminine.
I got it.
You feel like,
yes. You want
you feel like, okay, he's being a man. I'm being a woman. I'm all about like gender roles.
Fine.
Don't sue me, YouTube.
And most of my clients are. So when you get the text, I'm not saying, Johnny on the spot, right? But I do think soon. So
women should text back sooner than men?
Yeah, because then you're not in that driver's seat role.
Wow.
You're in the receiving role. Does that make sense?
I
Okay.
like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you text back when you're comfortable within a reasonable time. So then it's like, okay, they're back to pursuing me, right? And you're not in that driver's seat. That's you can, but I would have.
Wait, texting back right away means you're on the receiving or you're being pursued.
Correct. Because now you're waiting again. You're not like initiating the combo, right?
Wow. Okay.
Does that make sense?
I thought of it the opposite way. If he's waiting for my text back, then he's pursuing me.
Yeah, but then so you've sent the text in response, and I don't mean like within minutes, right? But then now you're waiting to be pursued again, right? So it's back to him.
I love your perspective.
Because women, I don't know, like I see women struggle with that driver role, right? In the beginning.
Yeah.
Eventually we want even playing ground, of course. But in the beginning, you want to be on that receiving end as a woman.
Yeah.
Most do. Not all. Okay, not all. And I get that. And we can talk about, I adjust my advice per each, client. So it's about a matter of what this, an individual is feeling and needing in this process, right?
And hopefully you can both just get past that silly, like nitpicking stuff really quick.
Right.
And just get that you both like each other, period, no matter how long it takes.
And you know what? 2 months, 2 to 3 months.
That's how long it takes to finally get to where they're like, okay, we both know that we like each other.
Yeah.
We can calm down.
Yeah, because I promote slow and steady, right? Because are you ready? And you helped me come up with this actually, because I was like, because I gave you my thoughts, right? And I was like, she's probably thinking, why the heck slow? Like, why? Right? Are you ready? Is there a drum roll? You can't rush love. Is love your end goal?
Yes.
And most of my clients, that's the goal. You can't rush love. And don't. Why? Enjoy it. Enjoy the journey to love, right?
Yes.
Enjoy being pursued. Enjoy the dating. Enjoy the romance, the courtship. Don't rush through it. Enjoy it. Get to know this person, right?
Yes.
And embrace their values, embrace their lifestyle, and see if it works for you. And then this is where it gets different for my advice for women and men. Make sure you like what they're saying. Make sure you like how they're acting, right? And as women, we tend to be like, oh, did they like me? Did they think I was pretty? Did I say the right thing? Did you like him?
Yeah.
Was he saying the right things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that's, I guess, going off the topic. I'm sorry.
That's great advice.
Okay,
so another question.
Okay, good.
If you notice a character change or a vibe change after the first meeting, how do you approach that?
Yeah.
Like if the person's really interested and then less interested, or
roll with it. And this was kind of like what we were talking about with you. Like, we can't control other people's actions. We can't, right? And so, to get into why someone's not calling, why someone's not texting, it's not worth it. It's just not. So sit back, relax, just wait and see. You know what I mean? It's okay. And guess what? As your friendly matchmaker, there's always another. There's always another. There's not just one, true love. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not bursting a bubble, but come over to Date Shape. I'll match you. We'll find you another.
Okay, so I'm reading the comment. When should a guy accept he's been ghosted?
Meaning never, just
okay,
no response.
I've sent her 5 texts at this point, and she's still not responding.
I would let go after
should
5 texts.
Call?
Give it a rest, and then you could try again. Ooh, that leads me. Circle back. Have you ever heard of the circle back?
Yeah, circle back Saki.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that
the
your
press secretary?
Oh, is that what it
The
okay,
press
who knew?
secretary. That's her term.
Oh, okay.
But I actually use that term too. I enjoyed
It's-
that term before
I
Saki
have
started it.
3 clients right now dating seriously from the circle back. The circle back is huge. So,
Really?
yeah, it is because
Wow.
timing's everything in dating. Timing
it
is
really,
everything.
it honestly is.
Timing's everything. I always say, and then a little bit of matchmaking, right?
Let me tell for the guys who've been ghosted.
It's okay.
I-
Let it go.
There was this one guy who I ghosted for basically 2 years or something. And he was so persistent. He would keep sending me messages. So there was like 20, 30, 40 messages or whatever that I hadn't responded to. And then one day,
Timing.
like the 45th message or whatever, I was like,
You circled back?
yeah. I was just like, oh yeah, when we met, that was fun. Hey, what's up? And I responded.
The circle back.
And then he was like, well, I'm going to be in town. And then I
Timing.
got dinner with him. So like his 45th message or whatever, it paid off.
I'm
We
serious.
had dinner. It was fantastic. I was like, why did I ever
Timing.
ghost this guy?
Timing.
But then I ghosted him again. This is why I'm
Oh.
single. This is why I'm single.
Again, wait a minute. You just blew the whole like dream story, fairy tale. No, I'm just
It goes,
kidding.
I don't know. I think it goes back to pandemic related issues. Like I said,
But you gave it a shot.
I will be
Good for you.
friends. I'm going to be great friends with you, no matter what your pandemic views are. But for love, I need to agree with you on the pandemic stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
It's your values. I mean, for sure. Right?
So I think that's why I ended up having to ghost him again, because he and I had different views.
Yeah, totally.
Even though I still like him as a friend.
Well, good. Yay. Well, that's a beautiful thing came out of it. Then, you know,
Exactly.
friendship's great.
Exactly.
But I would say, I mean, just let it go. Just who knows? Who knows? And it's not worth trying to worry about or figure out or whatever. But move
Yeah.
on. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
there's
So-
another.
Someone's like, be careful on circle back or ghost too much. Great guys will find someone else. Yeah, it's so true. You know, you can't just be playing games if you really care about someone.
Yeah.
If you find someone you really like, then you should try to make it work. But what if they're sending mixed signals? It reminds me of Parent Trap, the movie Parent Trap, when Lindsay Lohan was like 10. And her parents in that movie were divorced, but reconnected years later, like 10 years later.
Is that Dennis Quaid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dennis Quaid, and I forget the woman's name.
Yeah.
So they reconnect, and they're both killing it in life, and they're both still attracted to each other. And
They get back together.
she said, and the wife, the ex-wife now, she says, I ran away to London and you didn't come after me. And he says, I didn't know that you wanted me to. So it's like, okay, what if they're sending these crazy mixed signals? They're like, I'm running away, but I expect you to follow me. And you're head over heels for this person. You're like, should I follow their crazy mixed signals? Like, how do you know
Yeah.
when you're supposed to chase to London and when you're supposed to give them space? Because you don't want to be a creeper.
I think you have to do what's right for you at that moment, right? If that's what you want and you want to go for it, go for it. Here's what I tell my clients. If they're like, should I call him? Should I call him? Call or chase, whatever, to London. But don't expect what you want out of it, right? Like you're doing it because you want to do it, because you're going after love, because that's what you're feeling, that's what you want. But if you don't get the result that you're looking for, you know, obviously them to say yes, yay, you're here, then you have to accept that. But don't give up on why you're doing it. Do it for you and do it for the fact that that's what you want, not their reaction. Does that make sense?
Because you need like the answer for your own peace of mind or your
yeah,
own
do it because
closure.
you need to. And that,
Yeah.
you want to go after that person because you like them, you want
Yeah.
it. But don't do it because then you're expecting them to return the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it reminds me of the Taylor Swift song "Delicate." It's
Oh
like,
my God,
did
I
I
played
say
that-
too much? It's delicate. You know, I
It's
hate
my
the whole
favorite
delicate stuff. I hate it.
It's my favorite album though.
It's
I
a
love
great song, and it's so accurate about
It is delicate.
about,
Dating's
like, ooh,
delicate.
did I say the wrong thing? It's delicate.
You know what? Say what you want, do what you want, but don't do it to get a reaction. You have to accept the reaction that they give, right? That would
Yeah.
be my advice.
Yeah. Okay, Jennifer, are women much more subtle than men? Are the singles different? Are women much more subtle than men?
Subtle on.
Oh, as far as showing that or cutting straight to the chase that, like, yeah, I'm interested. Are they more subtle about showing that they're interested?
So when I set up two people on a first date, I receive feedback after the date, right? So I hear men and women's feedback after every date. So like today, it was a great day. That was like, this is an awesome day. I had 2 dates last night, and the feedback was amazing. Like these two couples are so excited, on fire.
Good.
Yeah. And so it's really individual. It really is. Because both the men were like, oh my gosh, you nailed it. This is great. Like, I'm so excited. Yeah. And I mean, it's amazing. But I think that it's just so individual. It really is.
I think it depends on your astrological sign.
Is
as far
Mercury in
as how-
retrograde?
We're in Mercury retrograde right now, which means our minds are fogged, and we're gonna send dumb signals. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I just send you that I'm not interested when I am? My bad. That's what you do in Mercury retrograde.
Okay, you're confused, or just
yeah,
sending.
you just everyone is like a little bit
foggy.
less. Yeah, they're less sharp about like
Okay.
understanding things, and that's why there's more car crashes. My old coworker I used to work with at Fox, she was a traffic reporter, and she said she would definitely notice an increase in crashes on the roads during Mercury retrograde, which is a 3-week period that we are in right now.
Well, I always say, I'm like, when there aren't good feedback calls, I'm like, is Mercury in retrograde? Like, what's happening?
Okay, someone just said Venus is in Scorpio, Jupiter is in Capricorn. Guys, I'm an astrology nerd, and when people talk to me like that, that's the pickup line that works to me.
That's her love language. You're speaking her love language.
Oh my God.
When I match you, because I will be matching her, I'm going to make sure they speak astrology.
I told you I like weirdos. I love people who are
quirky
Yeah,
men, quirky men at date shape. Yeah.
Tell me Venus is in Scorpio.
That's her love language, gentlemen. If you want the way to her heart.
Yeah, someone said I'm Cancer, avoid me. Yeah, I don't get along with Cancer. I mean, I get along with them as friends, although we have to be like arms like friends because Aquarius actually triggers Cancer.
I have one client
Cancers
that
don't like me, and then I don't like them. But
yeah,
rough. I mean, I do have Cancer friends, but it's rough with Cancers. So
yeah.
now that's just because I'm an Aquarius. Pisces and Scorpios love Cancers.
Okay.
Okay, so what were you saying?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was
No.
saying that he's older, but I do have a client that he always asks, what is their sign?
What's their sign?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So-
I think it's important. For sure.
Will you be asking me that question?
I will be asking.
Okay, so I've got to make
that
sure
question,
I know.
Yeah. Yes, sun, moon, and rising matter. I'm an Aquarius, Cancer, guys. You're a Virgo?
I am.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, now we got some astrologers on our hands.
I'm
That's
so
great.
jealous you can see that.
That's great to great to see, guys. Guys, I'm like such an open mind. I'm curious about everything, and that actually triggers a lot of my audience. I get all kinds of crazy comments that I'm like, "Ooh, she's controlled opposition. She's like working for the dark side or something," because I care about the sun and the stars. But I'm just curious about everything.
No, it's nice. I mean, you're spiritual.
Like I was wearing eye earrings the other day, and I got multiple comments that I was like working for like some sort of child trafficking or something. I was like, what are you saying? Like, I stands for ivory. That's why I wear eye. Because all
the mind's
initial,
eye. The eye?
It was like an Egyptian eye.
Yeah, okay.
But I bought it because I stands for, because growing up, everyone would wear their initial, and there was nobody ever made the initial I, because my name's so unique. So the closest thing I can get is the actual eyeball. So I was wearing.
I just gave my daughter that necklace.
Oh, really?
It wards off evil spirits.
Yeah. So then someone said, "Oh, that's the Eye of Horus," and I was like, "It is." So I Googled Eye of Horus, and it meant like, prosperity and protection. And I was like, "Oh, that's wonderful."
Yeah.
And then I kept getting comments from my viewers like, "Oh, you work for the devil or something," and I was like, "What?"
Oh no, it's a protection.
Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, we got Brandon fans. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon."
That's Brandon.
So it's the new thing. So this whole Brandon saying began only like a week ago, guys.
Oh,
Can you believe it? The Brandon saying is a week old. It's a giant trend on social media.
Oh boy.
Do you know about this?
No, I don't.
Let's
I'm
go,
sorry.
Brandon.
No.
So it's.
I don't watch TV.
Okay, so I didn't know what it came from, but it's all over social media. Do you guys know the true story of social media? Let me see if anyone here knows the true story of Let's Go, Brandon. So here's the true story, because I finally came across it. There's a video of when it went down. It was a NASCAR race, and the reporter was doing a live interview with like the winner of the NASCAR race, and his name is Brandon, and the entire crowd in the stands in the background was shouting, "F Joe B." I don't think I can say that on YouTube, but F Joe, our president, F the president, basically. I hope I didn't just get myself censored. They were shouting that over and over on live TV. The F word. That's not good for TV rules. Anyway, so the reporter, to cover it up, to be like, "Oh yeah, we're all hearing that wrong," she was like, "Yeah, listen to them, Brandon. They're shouting, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" And so then it became a trend on social media that whenever anyone wanted to say F Joe, they would say, "Let's go, Brandon." So that is how it went.
I was not aware.
And now I get those comments every day. It's crazy. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so back to the comments. Back to the questions here. Is it dangerous to date someone just a few months after either you broke up or they broke up? If he's 2 months out of that last relationship, should I really go on a date with him? So
what are my thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I promote date yourself for a minute after a relationship. Like, date yourself, right? Like, get in touch with you, kind of a reset. I feel like after a relationship, now, are we talking, how long was this, person in a relationship, or were you? I think that kind of matters. But I feel like everybody does need a reset, because you are kind of used to jiving with someone, right? And you're used to your communication flowing with being in a relationship, right? And so you need a reset, right? Press that button. Spend a little time alone and get back in touch with you. Go inside if if that's comfortable for you. If not, just, chill, reset. And then you could start back to dating. But okay, so if that doesn't happen and you meet someone, all good, and you're feeling it and you're vibing it, great, that's fine. Just take it slow. Again, slow and steady wins the race. And if your goal is love, you can't rush love. Okay, so go for it. I mean, if you meet someone and you like them, great. Just manage that relationship.
Yeah. What about divorce? One person, actually, I think a couple people have told me this, that it takes 5 years to get over a divorce. So if I were to go out with a divorced person, I need to make sure that he's been divorced for 5 years or more.
Yeah. I mean, that seems a lot to me. But again, I think it's a matter of that person having that reset period. And it's different for everybody. 5 years, maybe. I mean, maybe, right? But you have to manage the relationship and you have to be in tune with watching them. What are they saying? Are they acting the way that works for you? And, you know, I also promote, like, let's not call each other out right on the spot on, you know, things that you don't agree with. Process it. Like, walk away from that date, walk away from hanging out with that person. Think about it. Like, is that right for me? Like, do I feel good about that? And, you know, decide from there, right? Does that answer it?
Yeah. So you just kind of have to feel it out.
Yeah, 5 years seems like a lot, but yes. Do people need time after a divorce? Most likely, yes. I can speak from that personally. I'm divorced. So yes, I think that people need time from that.
Interesting. Okay, so how long after, or okay, here's the next question. What is the appropriate time in dating to bring up the first time staying over?
Okay, so you know, I kind of have a 3-date rule, and that is a thing, 3-date rule, or is it 3-day rule? That company, you know, I say give it 3 dates. That's my, you know, guideline for my clients, and then you know you can decide for yourself what works for you. But you do want to take time to make sure that is someone you want to experience that part of yourself with, right? And I would say that you have to evaluate, is this a person I want to be with that way? Do I want to share myself that way with this person? And deciding that's going to be a different time frame for everybody, right? Value yourself, value sharing that with someone, and make sure they're worthy. Again, women, I guess more than men per se, but make sure that's someone that you want to share that part of you with, would be my advice.
Oh, someone said, what about mask off? When's the appropriate time to finally take your masks off together?
Oh, I mean, gosh, you know, hey, that's a comfort thing. Like, you guys have to decide that. I think mask off, you know, I mean, whatever, whenever you feel good.
The New York Times article talks about this. They interviewed some woman who was like, yeah, it's just, I'm not comfortable kissing, you know, or even
Then
taking a mask
don't.
off.
Like, honor we all have boundaries, and you have to honor your boundaries, whatever they are. And if that is your boundary, own it, honor it, and, you know, stay true to it, because that's important to you. And the right person will respect that. And if they don't, that's not your person. You have to own your boundaries.
Cut a hole in the mask for the kiss, someone said.
What?
Someone said, just cut a hole in your mask for the kiss. Yeah. And so New York Times also interviewed this gay guy who was like, I just want to go to a club I want to go to a club and make out with someone. And now I don't feel comfortable anymore because they might have COVID. And I don't know where that person's been. It is funny. When the pandemic started, I had this one friend who's like, she's like, yeah, he asked me out. He's so cute, but I don't know where he's been. I don't know if he's been staying isolated inside. So is he sheltering in place? Because if he's not, and I go on a date with him, I could catch COVID from wherever he's been. So these are the new things that people that are going through people's heads.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand. I feel for you guys, because you know, when I match my clients, those things are, you know, already known, right? Like, I'm matching based on those needs, must-haves, like values. So
yeah,
I get it, but have that conversation then. Like, it's all how you present it, or take your time, go slow, like, get to know the person and own your boundaries, own your values. Like, don't sacrifice your values. That's the biggest thing. The biggest advice I can give any single is don't sacrifice your values. Like, know them and stay true to them, you know?
Right. Yeah. So someone here said women set some of the standards. I think that I think a lot of men crave a woman who sets a boundary standard. Like, I think some men, guys, tell me if I'm dead wrong. I think some men crave a woman who domesticates them a little bit.
I think men want a woman that listens to them. That's
Yes.
what I always say. Men want
Yeah.
a woman that,
But I'm just saying that that makes them come after her rather than she jumps on him.
oh, okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I still have to wine and dine her. I think men
To
want
pursue.
they want a woman who makes them pursue them sometimes. and
Yes,
wine and
I
dine.
mean, yes, I would say so. Yes, in my experience, for the most part, not every, but
Mhm.
yes, I would say so. I think women want to be pursued and men want to pursue. Go back to cavemen. Hello, like
Yeah.
going out and hunting.
Yeah.
They're hunters, right? So, yes, do I think that? I do. Again, not every. But yes, I would say women want to be pursued and men want to do that. So let them.
So let's circle back.
Oh.
Speaking of circling back, let's circle back to what you just said about
Okay.
men want someone who listens to them.
I think so.
You mean like obeys them? Or
No,
what do you mean?
no. My bad. Sorry. Listens, like communication, right? Like
Mhm.
really, is in tune with talking to them. And ladies, if I may, listen to them. And do you like, again, we're circling back. Do you like what they're saying?
Yeah.
Listen. And a lot of times I feel like women go on dates and they're like, oh, do I look pretty? Did he like what I say? Right? No, listen. Do you like what he's saying?
Yeah.
Do you like how he's acting? Do you like what he's doing? Right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, women, and for your own benefit, listen. And then also, I think men enjoy that. I think men like to have a woman listen to them as well. So it's twofold.
Yeah, someone says if she jumps on me, did she jump on everyone? That's what they wonder, if she just jumps on them.
Right.
And they don't want someone who jumped on
Probably.
everyone. So
Right.
let
Right.
the guy pursue you.
Right.
3
dates.
Some guys like to be approached from time to time. I love a strong woman. Don't make it too easy. I just want a woman that loves me and a nice woman with a good personality. Yeah. Be each other's peace in this crazy world.
Aww.
What matters more
Right.
than anything is whether you have peace around each other. Back to this sign.
Yeah. Seriously.
Are you each other's place of peace?
Right. And that takes time to figure out. Ooh, we lost our sign. Come back.
Yeah.
Yes.
That can take time.
No, it does. It takes time. And so, like, these questions that are being asked, which I think are great, but all that will reveal itself in time, right? And you get to a place of comfort where you have that dialogue, you have that open discussion about some of these things, and make sure that your values are in line, whatever those are. And lifestyle is super duper important. And share common hobbies, interests, goals. Not all, because we want someone to educate us. We want someone to say, hey, have you ever done this? And, you want to learn from your partner as well as, grow. You want to grow. So, but yes, own your values, own your boundaries, and just, keep it fun. Have fun.
Yes.
Have fun.
Stop being so serious.
Easy breezy. And if someone doesn't agree with you, like, okay, great, fine. Be you.
Okay, so another question was, what's the appropriate number of characteristics to ask for in your person? And at what point are you just narrowing the field too much? You're too picky with 20 check marks that must be made.
So when I interview my clients and candidates, any single, I ask for must-haves, right? And usually it's 3, 4, maybe 5. And then we have a wish list, which, hey, if I can, I want 3, 4, maybe 5. The wish list actually tends to be a little bit longer than the must-haves. But yeah, 3, 4, 5. in that range.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I have too many must-haves. That's probably
That
my problem.
could be, yeah. Or maybe, break it up. Must-haves, wish list, right? What are the ones like you need, right? And the wish list, I really want. And if I can, yay. But go with the must-haves.
Have a sample Jennifer can share with us. Oh, a sample of what is someone's actual must-haves? Like what are one person's
So
four
yeah,
must-haves?
for sure. I mean, professional would be one. Entrepreneur. I have a lot of people that say they want the entrepreneurial.
Oh, we
mind.
got some anti-corporate people. I like it. I'm fresh out of the corporate life myself.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I have people say I need someone that's an entrepreneur, right? Or they do, again, on the other side, they need someone that is an executive or professional. And religion can weigh in, politics can weigh in. We're not going to go there, but yeah. And then lifestyle piece, like fit. So my studio is date shape, right? And it's because, are you ready, ladies? Ladies, mostly. The number one must have of men is fit. Fit.
Wow.
Fit.
They want you to be fit.
Fit and active. And so men, older men, 50s, and higher, want fit because they want to travel and they want to be active and they want to go.
Yeah.
So, and when you're older, they also would want, the ability to be able to have the freedom to be able to travel and go. So it depends. Age is, going to warrant different must-haves. But I will say across the board is fit.
Wow. So men want a fit woman more than women want a fit man.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yeah, for sure. And actually most women do say fit a lot. Don't get me wrong. But, yes, men want fit. So that's why I have date shape.
Yeah. Someone said, how on earth are women supposed to have and keep a six pack? With your fitness classes.
Thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate that. I do. However, yes. So dateshape.com. I'm going to have fitness classes online very soon, launching in November 1st. Dateshape.com. I'll have dating advice and fitness classes on dateshape.com. But I will tell you this. Are you ready? And I think you'll appreciate this based on your opening sponsorship. Nutrition. Nutrition, lifestyle,
KetoWithIvory.com.
lifestyle, right? So I always say, do you want to look good naked?
Yes.
Do you want to look good naked? So we look, we're thin from what we eat, right? We stay fit, thin from what we eat, but to have muscle, you need to work out. But if you're thin, fit, muscle pops much quicker when you're leaner. And so eating right and working out, and you don't have to work out manic if you eat correctly.
It's crazy. Yeah. So I've been into like weightlifting consistently for years now. And now when I gain more fat, my body still stays so much firmer because I have that foundation of muscle that just keeps me firm.
Yeah. Weights.
Yeah.
Weights. I mean, diesel yoga at Date Shape. It'll be online.
What is considered good fit, average or athletic, like a pro athlete? That's what someone asked.
No, I mean, I think that obviously you have to feel good about you is the number one, decision or, that for fit, right? Feel good about you, like you, embrace you. And that's being, healthy, right? I don't want to give a scale because that's not fair. We're all individual, right? But as long as you feel good about you, that's the most important thing. And that shines on dates. That shines.
Yes. When you're comfortable in your own skin.
Absolutely.
You're going to have a better spiritual connection with that person.
Absolutely. Because people do feel your aura. They really do on dates. And if you're shining and you're happy and you're positive, that's beautiful. That's the number one, I think, beauty component. Would you agree?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Having that positivity too. And so,
like I said, chemistry for me is the number one thing, which chemistry is that inexplicable thing that just happens.
I know.
But I think chemistry can't happen if you're not even comfortable in your own skin.
Yes, you have to feel good to accept good, right?
Yeah.
You have to be happy to accept happy. And
Yeah.
so yes, being in a place of date shape, let me say, isn't just physical. It's not just body, it's mind. And I meditate daily, and I send my clients meditation, and being in a place of positivity, being in a place of openness,
Yeah.
and at peace with yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And someone gave great advice recently that said, just be who you want to date.
I love that. I posted that. Be who you want to date. Like, are you wanting someone fit? Okay, then are you fit? Are you wanting someone, whatever, A, B, C, D? Are you A, B, C, D? I
Yeah.
love that. It's true. It really is.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm taking that personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking that to heart. We gotta take that stuff personally.
But be you. I mean, for sure. Like, don't lose sight of, your goodness, and let your goodness shine and feel good about you, because that's really what is, again, that's what's beautiful.
Okay, and the last question that was submitted to me is, if you're looking for someone with alpha energy, how do you make sure they're not a misogynist or a narcissist?
Time.
Good old time. By the third date, at least.
Third date, after a third date, if you have a connection. I always tell my clients by the third date. If you go on a date, your first date, and you're like, yeah, like I felt it. It was good. I liked them. And, you're still not sure. By the third date, you'll know. And it can be the second. But I always say by the third date, you will know. So any question marks, third date, it will be decided.
All right. Such good advice. Yeah, if you're not good to anyone else, you're not good. What is this person saying? You're no good to anyone else if you're no good to yourself.
Correct.
Sorry, I'm trying to see past these
Correct.
lights.
Correct. That's why I say date yourself. If you need to get in a place of positivity, take a break, reset, date yourself.
Dad bod, yay or nay?
Oh, I heard that's a thing. One of my clients told me that is a thing. I mean,
dad bods are more popular now.
Mm-hmm. It's a thing.
I think it seems to me, observing humanity, that women accept dad bods more than men accept mom bods. But that might not be true either.
I mean,
maybe they're both.
But yeah, no. I mean,
if you have a dad bod, you shouldn't hope for anything more than a mom bod. Right? If we're going back to
be who you want to date.
Be who you want to date.
If you have a dad bod, then you got to go with the mom bod, whatever that is. But no, I mean, I hear it's a thing. I hear women are really turned on by the dad bod.
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother conversation.
I wonder if it has to do with like being like, okay, I don't have to feel as uptight about my body.
Maybe
because he has a dad bod.
You can be the star.
I can have some peace. Well, I think because a lot of women don't feel like the star with their body. They feel like they see all their imperfections. So like, okay, he has a dad bod, so maybe he'll accept my imperfections. That's probably what it plays into a lot, because it comes back to being each other's peace. And if you feel like he's too perfect, then you don't feel peace, around him. And what people want more than someone who's hot is someone who brings them peace, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you want your partner to love you and to accept you for whatever, you are. I don't want to say perfect, imperfection, none of that. You want your partner to think you are it, right? So, yeah. And that's so personal. Like what, that is for people is so different and personal. And if it's the dad bod, then yay,
yeah.
Own it.
Yeah.
Work it.
What if you're someone who doesn't communicate very well? Like, I know I all the time I get accused of sending mixed signals. Of like being really interested and not interested or something. And I don't mean to. I'm just an Aquarius Cancer, which are two completely opposite signs. So I have this mix that is confusing. But what if you're into someone, but you're accidentally not showing them enough that you're into them?
Right. Yeah, that's hard because as the matchmaker, like I tell my clients the feedback, right? So I'd be like, no, Ivory's totally into you. Like you.
Oh, so you're the one who solves that. That's why I need you.
See? I know.
Yeah.
I mean, so all that's like taken
get
care
rid
of.
of the mystery and the games and just be like,
seriously.
did he say he was into it?
Oh, my clients that have been with me, for a minute are like, okay, the feedback. Like I have my text is, or my phone is blowing up with text at like 6 a.m. What's the feedback? What's the feedback? So that would all be like, known. So,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing a matchmaker is good for.
Yeah. Well, you've got me now.
All right. Perfect.
You scratch my back. I'm scratching yours, right?
Perfect.
No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So it has been such a pleasure. The audience has been saying how much they really enjoy your feedback. You've been giving great advice. So
be you.
How can people check in more with you or connect with you if they want you to be their matchmaker?
For sure. Please. Absolutely. At DateShape, dateshape.com. Like I said, if you're, wherever you are tuning in from, I'm going to have a membership monthly starting December 1st. And I will have dating advice. I will have videos on there, mind, body, and dateshape.com. And then dateshape Houston at Gmail. Please email me. I'd love to hear from you. I love what I do. I love helping singles, and I've been doing it a long time, 2 decades. So
awesome.
Yeah, please reach out. I'm here to help any way I can.
And I linked her website in the description as well. So check that out. You can also read the actual New York Times article we're talking about. I'll link in my description as well. And ketowithivory.com, 51% off to get fit. All right. Thanks so much, guys. It was a pleasure. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope you go on some dates, okay? Masked or unmasked?
Yes.
Vaxxed or unvaxxed? All right. See you later.
Bye.